Absolutely. It's a big day in Colorado. State lawmakers are assembled in the Colorado House chamber as the governor is moving toward the podium. John Hickenlooper is going to deliver his third State of the State speech coming up in just a few minutes as he greets people, members of his cabinet, the new leaders in the House chamber. This is taking place in the House chamber, by the way.
Yeah. 7 News reporter and anchor Ana Cabrera is up on the balcony looking down on these proceedings, keeping an eye on this for us today. And Ana, with the majority of both the House and the Senate, Governor Hickenlooper has a different field he's speaking to today.
And right now, they just introduced Governor Hickenlooper, and so I am going to turn the mic over to him right now as he approaches the podium.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President. And it's good to see so many friends and so many new faces. 2 years ago, you welcomed me to this chamber. Today, let me welcome all of our new lawmakers to state government. "2012 was a hard year. During last fall's Pedal the Plains, as I pushed against a headwind on a 2-lane highway between Ray and Burlington, I found myself remembering the summer. Whether walking our new family dog or working out in the gym, those images are never far away. Wildfires ravaged homes, destroyed property, destroyed lives. At one point, there were 10 wildfires raging across Colorado. 388,000 acres burned, 648 homes were destroyed, and 6 people were killed. Then shootings in a dark theater, 12 lives lost, days we will never forget. Please join me in a moment of silence for those who died last year and to remember those who are still recovering. During each emergency last year, first responders and volunteers worked long hours to save homes, to save lives. Some firefighters in Risk Canyon watched their own homes burn as they fought to save a historic schoolhouse. It takes uncommon character to make that kind of sacrifice, but we saw such valor repeatedly. We can't personally thank everyone who helped battle the blazes last year, but we've asked 2 people to be here today as representatives of those who worked the fires. Specialist Duran Cornelius is a Colorado National Guard firefighter. He and the members of his unit were activated to fight the High Park fire. And Colorado Springs Fire Chief Rich Brown and the men and women in his department battled the Waldo Canyon fire. Please help me acknowledge Specialist Cornelius and Chief Brown. Thank you. Colorado Springs Mayor Steve Bach is also here, and he came of age as a new mayor, seemingly being everywhere and helping to bring his community together when it needed it most. Thank him as well. The police and firefighters in Aurora faced a different crisis. Less than 90 seconds after the first dispatch, officers were on the scene. Standard response protocols gave way to gut instincts. Police cruisers became makeshift ambulances. We met survivors who helped strangers escape the theater and teenagers who rushed their friends to emergency rooms. We mourned with family members whose loved ones died while shielding someone else. These are stories of courage and resilience. One victim in an Aurora hospital told me, "The outpouring of light and love is so much more powerful than any darkness." Please join me in acknowledging Police Chief Dan Oates and Fire Chief Mike Garcia and the men and women they represent. Please also help me acknowledge Aurora Mayor Steve Hogan for his remarkable, steadfast leadership throughout the days, the weeks, the months after the shooting. Thank you. Even in the hardest of times, we reach out to each other. We look beyond sorrow and we fix our gaze on the horizon. Belief in a better tomorrow is the story of the West. This is our history. We have an obligation to prevent similar tragedies, to do good, to bring light to darkness. We have an obligation to represent the best that is Colorado. This isn't a Democratic or Republican agenda. It's a Colorado agenda. It's our common mission. I know each of you shares this commitment. You wouldn't be here otherwise. I want to acknowledge Senate President John Morse, House Speaker Mark Ferrandino, Minority Leader Bill Cadman, and Minority Leader Mark Waller. I was going to maybe tease Mark Waller a little bit, but I figured I wouldn't. Let me also thank Joe Garcia, here today with his wife Claire, who is without question the best lieutenant governor in the United States. Let me also thank the members of my administration and cabinet. It is an incredible joy to work with such a remarkably talented group of people. Thank you. Our thanks as well to Attorney General John Suthers, Treasurer Walker Stapleton, and Secretary Scott Gesser, three remarkable individuals, and distinguished members of the Colorado Supreme Court and Colorado State Board of Education here today. We're grateful to have with us today our Colorado's U.S. Senators, Senators Mark Udall and Michael Bennet. Washington would be a much, much better place if we had more senators like them. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock, our great partner from across the park, is here. So is Chairman Gary Hayes from the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. Thank you both for joining us and for the incredible work you do. Thank you. On a personal level, I greatly appreciate Helen being here today. Even with the changes in our life, she remains a beacon of light to me and Teddy for all that is good and just. Thank you. This might be an appropriate time to also note that the road to the Super Bowl goes right through Denver. We want to wish John Fox, everyone's favorite number 18, and all the Denver Broncos good luck this weekend. Beat Baltimore.